With the amazing Andy Grammer and Todrick Hall.
Thank you so much, Queen Isabella. Happy New Year to everybody that's watching. I hope you're ready for an incredible show.
Absolutely. Todrick, you ready?
I am so ready. I couldn't be readier. Today is going to be an epic, amazing, spectacular day, and it's such a great way to bring in 2018. Isn't that right? Pasadena's tradition, by definition, is street art through nature's gems. So now it's go live time. Our hearts are on cloud nine, cause some beauty's about to begin.
From Pasadena, California, it's the 129th Rose Parade, presented by Honda.
Hello everyone! So glad you could make it. The powers these flowers possess. Every rose is creation and brand ovation is made up by hundreds of hands. Those rose queen coronations, tight soldier formations, inspire generations of fans. But if you wonder why each year we're all drawn back to here, where football and flowers meet, in a fair that smells so sweet, it's straight from the heart and into the street. A mystifying phenomenon, but one that you can count upon to get your New Year riff on right. And the world's made a bit more right by this joy-generating sign that's straight from the heart and into the street. K9's doing crazy tricks, TV stars with network hits, mascot cheers with dope high kicks, some heroes all admire. Mixing fans from distant lands, equestrians, some thespians, pandas, parrots, egrets, yes, a dragon that breathes fire. Whoa! Gotta love what you see here, Pasadena, a new year. Boom, go the blooms with the brass. And the world's made a bit more right by this joy-generating sign that's straight from the heart and into the street. Oh, them floats though. People who make them, who form them and shape them, make a difference with the power of we. You will see, with much human kindness, they'll enrich us, remind us of what this big world can be. Oh, now look who's arriving. No way I'm surviving. Hashtag for the win. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rose Parade Grand Marshal, Gary Sinise.
Good morning! Happy New Year, everybody! Are you ready for a parade? Then let's get the 129th Rose Parade started!
Ready to roll, all grateful to be one big part of the whole. 5-mile dose of crazy great just you wait. It's straight from the heart, whoa! It's time to start, here we go. Difference is made by the one and only Rose Parade.
Amazing. Look at that, Mark Steinis. Oh, what a great open and what a beautiful shot.
What a gorgeous shot. The B-2 flyover, different this year, flanked by two F-35 Lightning IIs. Very significant.
Yes, this is a moving tribute to Major Benjamin Schexmeyer. He's an Air Force pilot who donated his organs. He saved 5 lives, and that is the visual representation of donating life.
The one on the left representing bringing life, the other one receiving life, or giving life and receiving life. I have chills. What a great opening to this parade.
The energy. This is a chance to welcome the new year with this meaning, this symbolism, and a chance to just start over and say, hi, let's have a great parade and happy 2018. I'm Lisa Gibbons.
I'm Mark Stein. So glad you can join us. I hope your 2018 is off to a wonderful start. We know it is here. We've got a glorious day on standby waiting.
We want to say thank you, by the way, to the Riverside Community College Band. Those were the musicians you heard in that fantastic opening number, so good job.
And we want to welcome our servicemen and women overseas who are watching on the Armed Forces Network. Thank you for all of your commitment and dedication.
To our veterans and their families. And right down here on what they call TV Corner, where the floats and the bands, you know, take that shot. This is a tribute to, it's called Enduring Heroes. It's a tribute to the local heroes that made the ultimate sacrifice, that gave their lives for our freedom. So we wanted to share that with you.
Absolutely. A lot of firsts today, including a first for Frank Buckley, LA's Frank Buckley, and his son. They are riding in the first float, and he is standing by. Hi, Frank.
Mark and Lisa, Happy New Year. We are so excited about being in the parade for the first time. Ben, how you feeling?
I'm doing great. It's an honor to be on Honda's Power of Dreams Express, and we're grateful for all that they do for JDRF.
We sure are. You guys know I'm on the board of JDRF, the global leader in type 1 diabetes research. We are so humbled and grateful to be a part of all of this, and we can't wait to see you when we come around the corner in just a couple of minutes.
We'll be looking for you and
that.
waving. Great first parade for those two.
Yep, absolutely.
We want to thank Honda for once again providing the sound car and the pace car for us. It's the Honda Clarity plug-in hybrids. 3 ways to go here. You can use your electricity and your fuel option to get up to 340 miles, by the way. You can use just the fuel cell or just the Clarity electric. So there you go, 3 great choices from Honda.
Another great choice by Lance Tibbett, the president of Tournament of Roses, by making this year's theme making a difference. And it's so significant. It's a common thread we will be showing you throughout this parade today, how we can affect everyone.
Very meaningful for us, and I think for you all at home too. And the bands, in fact, all the volunteers, everyone here on team has done that and is really looking for ways to recognize that in our communities.
Also, we've got some queens we're going to be visiting and reflecting upon, huh?
Well, this is a big celebration. It's a 100th celebration. And look at some of the former queens and how the fashions have changed. There's the 70s right there, the pantsuits. Really lovely to see. We'll see Queen Isabella coming up in just a little bit.
We also have some floats that have a significant impact. The Lucy Pet float has a major impact in my life and in yours as well, because of the animals on board have done so much to save lives.
Yes, the hero animals are coming up. We've got the bands coming your way. Look at this site. We are just getting underway as we say welcome with the Riverside Community College Band. It's a brand new year, a chance to start over and look for ways to make a difference.
I know my partner here has done a lot of work. She has counted the flowers.
Yes, you're going to see 18 million. And as you're seeing at Todrick Hall right now, what a fantastic job he did in that opening. All the dancers, really a spectacular beginning.
That was a slingshot out of the gate with that performance. What a great way to get things started.
Here's that famous turn.
Yep.
They've got, by the way, 5.5 miles to dance like that, because that's the route of our parade. It's going to take a little over 2 hours to get there, and we're ready to start with our first float.
Right. You are looking at a wonderful, wonderful float. The theme of this year's parade is making a difference, as we mentioned, and this is the presenting sponsor of the Rose Parade. Honda kicks things off and the theme off by reminding us that when we do work together, we can indeed make a real difference in the world. Honda's Power of Dreams Express has reimagined musical instruments as a 3-car train to make dreams come true for children.
Some details for you now. A brass-inspired locomotive of yellow straw flower you see there, clover seed and coffee. That leads the way with a fireworks celebration, which I hope to be able to check out for you. Puffy clouds of lavender, white mums, and yellow split pea stars give this a whole celebration kind of vibe. Look at those animated keys. And coming up behind here on this Honda Express, you'll see our Frank Buckley with his son Ben, their very first Rose Parade. They're in the caboose. Thank you, Frank. We're waving at you. Thanks for all the work you do with JDRF.
By the way, you see the bubbles there? You're going to see a lot of bubbles today.
There's the fireworks. Thank you.
Coming out of the engine.
Yeah, and a few other examples of fireworks coming your way, too.
Exactly.
And lots of detail. This one has the seaweed and powdered rice glued on individually by thousands of volunteers.
The detail is amazing. We saw this before it was finished, and now seeing it in person like this, it's just incredible. With all the positive contributions Honda and its partners offer for pediatric health, education, and the environment, I really can't think of a better way to get the parade started.
Boy, that is a beautiful look as we honor once again and welcome the United States Marine Corps Mounted Color Guard to the Rose Parade presented by Honda. Based, as you see at the bottom of your screen there, in Barstow, California. This unit has been representing the Marine Corps since 1967 and is the last commissioned Marine Mounted Color Guard in operation today. Always faithful. Those horses, by the way, are wild Mustangs, considered living legends for their ancient bloodline, nearly unchanged for, get this, millions, that's right, millions of years. These horses are actually rescues from the Bureau of Land Management Adopt a Horse program. Always wonderful to welcome and salute the United States Marine Corps Mounted Color Guard.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thanks, Micah. This is the United States Marine Corps West Coast Composite Band, serving as a musical ambassador both at home and abroad. Today they are directed by Gunnery Sergeant Hugh Wirtz. You know, each musician you see down there marching is fully combat trained. They have completed tours in Iraq, tours in Afghanistan, serving as machine gunners, security forces. This West Coast Composite is comprised of 3 actual Marine Corps bands. The 1st Marine Band San Diego, the 1st Marine Division Band, and the 3rd Marine Aircraft Wing Band. And with the limited time for rehearsal, it's a real treasure and a treat for us to see all 3 of them together today.
Thank you for your service. And thank you to this man for his service. Gary Sinise, our Grand Marshal, he exemplifies what it means to make a difference. Just simply one of the nicest, most talented, and most giving people that we know. He is most famous for his portrayal of Lieutenant Dan in the Oscar-winning film Forrest Gump. But Gary has also been a tireless volunteer with his support for the U.S. military veterans for his entire adult life, most recently with his Gary Sinise Foundation. Outstanding work. The car there is a 1919 Dodge Brothers car. It's the actual vehicle Jimmy Stewart crashed into that tree in the film It's a Wonderful Life.
That's
Gary,
fantastic.
Isn't that a great thing? Gary, we love you.
We love you, and thanks for making a difference for our U.S. servicemen and women. Stellar choice for Grand Marshal.
And there we see the Director's Trophy winner coming around the corner, the first winner of this 129th Rose Parade. Most outstanding artistic design and use of floral and non-floral materials. This year, the Oddfellows and Rebeccas pay homage to all the Purple Heart recipients who sacrificed to serve our country. An honorable decoration for those wounded or killed in combat. A giant Purple Heart made from stems of blue iris, gold clover, and flaxseed steer this patriotic vessel forward. And you see our beloved American eagle emblazoned in corn husk, palm bark, powdered rice, and pampas grass with eyes of coffee, fine walnut shell, and silver buffalo grass. A beautiful float marching with sacrifice to serve our decorated veterans who have made a difference for our country and for people in our communities every day. Lisa, all those on board riding are Purple Heart recipients.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, my God. Bringing greetings from Fort Hood, Texas, and representing our United States Army, this is the 1st Cavalry Division, Horse Cavalry Detachment. Now, throughout the year, this team supports the U.S. Army in its recruiting efforts, participates in important military ceremonies, inaugurations, and, of course, parades. They are wearing 1800s campaign uniforms, a blue 5-button wool shirt with the appropriate rank stripe sewn down the side of their pant leg.
Now you see both quarter horses and Belgian draft mules in their unit. And by the way, the draft mule is pretty popular for this kind of ceremonial work because it's a blended species, as you know, but it's more patient than a horse and smarter and less stubborn than a donkey.
Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. Everything Goodyear has learned making tires for superior performance inspires what they roll into yours. Goodyear, more driven.
Congratulations to the city of Sierra Madre, this year's Fantasy Trophy winner for the most outstanding display of fantasy and imagination. From the city of Sierra Madre, we are reminded that chivalry is not dead. Helping others through acts of kindness takes courage, even among storybook rivals like knights and dragons, as you see here. There's a young knight to be here, crafted from rice powder, silver leaf, and cranberry seed, tending to an injured dragon who shows thanks by shaking his head, tail, and wings, made from galax leaves, pepitas, mung beans, and cornmeal grit. Rose trees made of melaleuca bark grace this castle ruin, constructed of cinnamon, coffee, and nigella. And on board today, the Sierra Madre Royal Princesses, each one committed to making a difference in their community. Each is a resident of Sierra Madre and a great student between the ages of 15 and 18, whether it's reading to children at the public library, lending a hand at LGBT centers and Habitat for Humanity, or participating in environmental cleanup programs, these young women are surely on the right path.
Thank you, Micah. Now, every one of our bands marching today is an award-winning ensemble, but 81% of these students are also on the honor roll. This is the Londonderry, New Hampshire High School Marching Band and Color Guard, directed by Andrew Susi and Serge Bolio.
Is the second largest marching band in all of New England and the seventh largest east of the Mississippi. Why that's amazing? It's amazing because it's from a town of just 24,000. Attired in traditional red, white, and blue military uniforms, and a handful of these students are second-generation Rose Parade participants. Welcome to California from the Granite State.
Check it out, Mark. Look who's there.
Look, it's the helpful Honda helpers who have performed their first random act of helpfulness for 2018. They have upgraded this lucky family from sitting on the curb to the grandstands, and they gave them warm Honda Snuggies to keep nice and cozy. Thanks, Honda.
Lions clubs around the world are known for their humanitarian efforts, but they also plant trees and they clean up parks, they restore historical sites as well. And this year's float is all about preserving our environment. You see there a 10-foot paper bark bridge stretching across an iris, rose, and dendron floral pool with lettuce seed and poppy seed rock-like formations. The young men and women there spruce up this historic old mill house with hand-cut cedar shingles. It's adorned with orange, lavender, and pink roses. Very pretty. And we love that giant water feature. It is a real working water wheel. It's made of redwood bark. I think they're like 100 gallons of water propelling that. So these floats truly are remarkable.
You know, this parade began as a way to show off and enjoy the many varieties of all the blooming flowers that we see here in California's nearly perfect climate. Today is exactly what they had in mind 129 years ago when they started this.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is a big band, the University of Massachusetts Minutemen Marching Band. It's the largest in the parade this year, in our Rose Parade presented by Honda. They are 412 members strong.
The band has deep New England roots dating back to the late 1800s. Huge numbers of dedicated fans do not leave the stadium until the last note is played at the post-game show. Director Timothy Todd Anderson has brought the Minutemen to their first performance west of the Mississippi. And with that, we would like to say welcome, California. Welcome to California, UMass.
We just want to give a quick shout out too to our great friends at the Tournament of Roses, and we'd love for you to join in on the fun. If you're on Twitter or other social media, please do jump in on the action. Just use the hashtag Tournament of Roses. They sound great.
Yeah. And it's I bet, much more comfortable here than it is back home.
You think?
You know, in Massachusetts. A little chilly back there. So you've heard of rescue shelters for dogs or other animals, right? Well, how about a rescue for mini horses? Mini horse sanctuaries, in fact. This next group is from Hemet, California. They're angels, simply angels, who have saved more than 100 abandoned mini horses. Also represented are mini therapy horses that have visited and spent time with more than 50,000 children and adults across the country, from Ronald McDonald houses to patients at Los Angeles Veterans Hospital. And you know what they do? They bring smiles, they bring high fives, shall I say high hoofs?
High hoofs.
High hoofs.
Love the wings on these horses. They're just darling. Look at that.
I'm gonna call them a unicorn because they're that special.
They are.
All of these adorable tiny horses, they're actually smaller than baby ponies, but just because they're small doesn't mean they don't require all that attention and care as a full-grown horse, and it's totally worth it because they are adorable, and the work that they do and the smiles that they spread is part of what the meaning of today's parade is all about, making a difference.
We want to remind you that if you want to see your band marching by, and there's a lot of work by these musicians, and you don't want the commentary to distract you, just the music. Just tune into our
take that personal.
Right, that's right. It's our Facebook Live feed. You can find it at facebook.com/KTLA5. It is all about the bands over there.
It is.
Something nice for...
Can you imagine, your son or daughter makes it all the way out here, and then you hear us chatting away. So tune into that. All right, Micah.
Shining a spotlight on the city of Torrance this morning. Winner of the Mayor's Trophy for the most outstanding float from a participating city. Protecting nature, the Madrona Marsh Preserve. Let's tell you about it. Several of those city organizations in the parade hold contests for design ideas. And this representation of protecting nature was created by Irene Say. And there you see her. She's a senior at West Torrance High School. Congratulations, Irene. This is a 45-acre coastal treasure. It is home to more than 1,000 rare animals and plants. Coconut flake and Dendrobium florets adorn egrets with yellow split pea beaks. Monarch butterflies of marigold petals and black onion seed take flight. Aren't they pretty? I love the color there. They take flight from tree branches that are decorated in oak cork and mixed mosses. Congratulations to the city of Torrance and their ongoing preservation of this tranquil and fragile ecosystem. It is a real tribute to all the creatures and to the citizens of Torrance, Mark.
It sure is, Micah. This year, the American Rose Society is releasing a new variety named the Torrance Rose, appropriately named after the city of Torrance.
Thank you for that, Torrance.
Yeah.
And if you're ready for more bands, we've got them headed your way. Marching all the way from Kansas with our beloved Grand Old Flag is the Lewisburg High School Wildcat Band. They call this Purple Power. You can certainly see why. And here's how they sound. This band is directed by hometown legend John Chisetti. We also want to take a moment to thank the amazing assistant directors, the dance instructors, the section leaders, and student drum majors from all of our bands here today, keeping everyone beautifully in step. In Lewisburg, Kansas, patriotism and the high school band, they are the real defining features of the city of about 4,000 people. They do an annual super band garage sale. They earn a lot of money, like $44,000, Mark.
That's a lot.
And that's what makes sure that all of these 189 members in this band could make the trip to join us here in California. We thank you, Lewisburg High.
Oh, beautiful. Look at what's coming around the corner. Oh, I just love that. Representing 166 years of American history, the Wells Fargo Stagecoaches, mirroring the bank's iconic image with horses leading the way. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful creatures.
It's like a
these are
postcard.
from, yes, these are from George Lane's Horse Ranch, located here in Lancaster, California. Just wonderful. What an image. Wells Fargo, by the way, thank you so much for serving our country so well. And they actually extended a thank you to presented a Marine, a Purple Heart veteran named Simon Kim, the keys to a new car and a mortgage-free home. So thank you, Wells Fargo, for that. And thank you, Lance Corporal Simon Kim, for all that you have done for us as well. Just beautiful, though. I mean, it is iconic, isn't it?
It is, like I said, like a postcard. And on this beautiful day, and there's our shots from the blimp. You can see us back here waving
Can we
high.
wave?
Here we are, waving high. If you can see us. It's the 2018 Rose Parade. I'm Lisa Gibbons with Mark Steinis. We are so happy to wish you a Happy New Year.
And Dole Packaged Foods will winner again this year, this time the Grand Marshal Trophy for the most outstanding creative concept and float design. Sharing nature's bounty is the theme here from Dole, an awe-inspiring moment in the wild where exotic creatures of all shapes and sizes come together, sharing nature's bounty. Dole Packaged Foods imagines a world where the circle of giving beautifully preserves our precious environment for generations to come. A roaring ocean crafted of Cristata japonica and white king protea from Africa showcase leaping silverleaf protea dolphins and an octopus made from Chinese lanterns and peach lentil beans. And you see a herd of giraffes as well, constructed in golden and brown flaxseed. And the sharing, a watering hole with black onion seed and white sweet rice zebras whose tails and manes are made of firegrass. Once again, Dole Packaged Foods brings us a dazzling display of live and animated entertainment showcasing various countries and cultures where Dole fruit is grown. So here we are on the balcony of the Elks Lodge, where we have an opportunity to spotlight the award-winning floats, and it's a wonderful perch out over Colorado Boulevard here on another warm day. And in a nod to our international viewers, the international trophy over my shoulder making its way around the corner onto Colorado Boulevard, courtesy of China Airlines. Look at that, a spectacular coral reef. China Airlines welcoming all of us to care for our sea by protecting our coastlines and precious marine wildlife. This adventurous scuba diver explores giant kelp forests with green sea turtles, clownfish, and latticed butterfish made from a diverse mix of flowers, black seaweed, Brussels sprouts, orange lentils, split peas, and green button mums. Quite an education in all of this we get each and every New Year's Day. Look at the bubbles. We mentioned this at the top of the broadcast. It's something you will see time and again today, the bubbles caring for our oceans. This is a promise to the earth and its citizens for a sustainable and beautiful future. Congratulations once again to our friends at China Airlines, winners of the International Trophy.
It is a bubblicious Rose Parade. We say hello to the Albertville High School Band. You know, being a bando is just the thing here. 25% of this high school performs in the Aggie Band, directed by Chris Lindley. They sound brilliant, and they have such supporters in their hometown. If you're driving through Albertville, you'll see Aggie Band lawn signs in most of the homes there because they just get out there and make sure that this band gets the platform that it deserves.
And did you ever, I'm going to throw this out there, but did you ever wonder where fire hydrants come from?
If you did?
If you did, you now know Albertville, Alabama is where they're from. They are considered the fire hydrant capital of the world. Now you know something, see? You're
Great
smarter
sounding.
today in 2018 than you were a day ago.
Yes,
in
we are.
2017. Today, these impressive marchers are celebrating their 92-year history. Way to go, Aggies.
Look, their parents are very proud. This is a big moment, and they look amazing.
Yes, they do. Being city people here in Los Angeles, it's hard to imagine living in a town where there are more horses than people, but I'm sure many of you can relate with the Norco Cowgirls Rodeo and Little Miss Norco Cowgirls drill team from Norco, California. I had a chance to spend some time with these lovely ladies last year. Absolutely talented and beautiful, and they care for their horses, the American paint horses. There's one beautiful Appaloosa. They're chosen for their athleticism, intelligence, their quiet demeanor.
You know, this cowgirl passion that they have is either contagious or it might be hereditary, because there are 7 mother-daughter pairs and one 3-generation trio here, a mom, a daughter, and a granddaughter. And if you're loving those shirts, the matching cowgirl shirts were handmade for the Rose Parade presented by Honda and accented with matching rodeo chaps and white felt cowgirl hats.
They spend so much time training together, this drill team. It's really, really a commitment and time worthy sort of a thing. And to spend time in a community where there really are more horses than there are people, it's wonderful.
I think they've made you an honorary Norco cowgirl.
I think
Have
so.
they done
Yeehaw.
that? Yeah, you earned it. You definitely did. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much. Well, Kaiser believes it all starts with good health. The folks there encourage us to eat right. Inspiring healthy communities is this float. A whimsical garden features smiling pea pods made from manzanita leaves. The hungry caterpillars are dressed in green and yellow button moms. Lots of spectacular color here. They're turning their heads side to side there. You can see to take a look at the full menu. And you see the swaying carrots. Really, really cute. They're made of orange lentils and areca palm fronds. They're in the background, they're singing in unison, while happy sunflowers, created from yellow straw flower petals and orange Santana roses, sway side to side.
So beautiful. Kaiser Permanente underscores that everyone can play a role in creating a very healthy community. This is a very healthy float because there are 46 individual moving parts. I think this is perhaps one of the most active floats on the route today because there's so many moving parts.
Longtime Tournament of Roses volunteers take the ultimate position of president of the Rose Parade very seriously. And our current president, Lance Tibbett, no exception. Look at him,
There he is.
loving it.
Good morning, Happy New Year. Making a difference reminds us that there is kindness in humankind. I hope you're inspired to go out, be kind, and make a difference.
Lance's theme came from watching his favorite movie, which is It's a Wonderful Life. He was watching it with his wonderful wife and his sons, Seth and Joel, and it blossomed into this parade, this beautiful parade you see today, with organizations and bands and people marching down Colorado Boulevard, all showing their commitment to making a difference in our world.
Thank you, Lance. Thank you, Amelia, for all that you do. We say hello now as we continue with the Scripps Miramar Saddlebreds. They're from San Diego, California, and there is my friend Carson Kressley. He's like the trail boss, I guess. And having some experience, Mark, with Carson,
yes,
seeing him do his thing on Celebrity Apprentice and other places, he's probably pretty good at it.
He's a true horseman.
The trail boss keeps them all in line. He is a true horseman. In fact, that is his horse. The horse's name is Flurry. He's been in this parade about 5 times. Glad to see him here with the other riders. They are wearing traditional Western clothing, from their hand-tooled leather boots and silver chaps to their 10-gallon hats. Since 1962, Marshal Michelle McFarling has been introducing her exclusively bred American saddlebreds to people who might not otherwise get to see horses close up. These beauties have those long arched necks. They love people. They are very easy to train. Thank you so much. Thank you, Carson.
Winners of the President's Trophy this year, Western Asset Management Company. This for the most outstanding use of presentation of flowers. And here you see why. Oceans of possibility headed our way from the good folks at Western Asset Management. The giant sea turtle that's in motion is delicately crafted from walnut, lentils, pinto, and coffee beans. A majestic pot of humpback whales in onion powder and fine-cut everlasting, swimming above a rainbow of jewel tones. Italian green ruscus gives the illusion of fish swimming through seaweed, while blazing coral reefs and brightly colored schools of fish feature fresh lotus pod, reindeer moss, white talonberries, and sponge mushrooms. Yep, there go those bubbles again. The seascape's texture is from lavender cats, black lichen moss, green myrtle, and bells of Ireland. These are the bubbles.
All about the bubbles today. That is a really beautiful float. And on that flower deck, you'll see something pretty unique. These are the Baccarat or the Bicara roses, however you say it. They are really, really pretty. And they smell differently than other roses. They smell kind of nutty, so that's a fun fact to share.
Interesting. All right. Well, before I came to the Rose Parade, I didn't know a whole lot about different marching styles, but I do now, and I am seeing the Japanese band with these precision steps that incorporate dance moves. We also know the students of Kyoto Tachibana High School Green Band have spent every weekday, many, many weekends, perfecting this fantastic program. Take a listen.
Look at them go. Watching them dance. This is amazing. Also, beautiful stories here. We hear lots of stories of determination from the band members. This year, we're inspired by Hitomi Kanemaru. Hitomi is a high school senior flautist performing beautifully with meticulous choreography, as you see there, even with a prosthetic leg. That's impressive.
There she is. To think that this band will continue to do this for 5.5 miles.
5.5 miles coming your way with that energy. Their director, Hiroyuki Tanaka, is very proud of his musicians. Thank you. Here's to all of the parents, all the family members that make up all the booster clubs out there. They volunteer so many hours to make sure that sports teams and performance groups can participate in events all year long. The South Pasadena Tournament of Roses Association is honoring these hardworking folks with a Rose Parade tailgate party on this one. And leading the way there, Ms. Tiger, that is South Pasadena High's mascot.
40,000 red Paris roses create this vintage roadster with pink kidney bean fenders and a cranberry seed dashboard and sycamore leaf seats. Party is fired up and ready to go. Beautiful. Look at the smoke coming out of the grill.
They've got the grill going. We've got lunch ready for everybody. 29-year-old director Dan Morrison ushers in Ronald Reagan High School Marching Band from San Antonio, Texas.
You know, wanting to help their neighbors in need, the Ronald Reagan Band threw a Halloween party, took all the proceeds from that party and put it towards Hurricane Harvey relief.
Nice.
That's cool. We talk about tradition in this parade and what legacy means. Well, listen to this story. In 2006, band director Dan Morrison, you mentioned, marched in the Rose Parade with his high school band, which at the time was directed by his father, Dave Morrison.
Look at them. That's so beautiful.
Yep. And now there he is directing another Rose Parade legacy continues. 320 members strong. Such commitment, so much giving back, so much making a difference. That thread we talked about that's coming through this parade all day long. And it really begs the question, what can we do to make a difference? How can we give back in small ways? There's so many opportunities out there for us.
I love the close-ups, Mark, because they prepare so long for this moment. They march by to give us their best, and that's what we're seeing.
Also what we see coming around the corner, the bookworm taking center stage, blooming in yellow, Christmas red, white, lavender, and yellow billy buttons. His story time and the power of reading are the inspiration for the city of Alhambra's very sweet entry.
You love a billy button. The giant Gerber daisies for depth and color have all sorts of material. They've Get it from red, pink, yellow, and bronze straw flower, coffee, cinnamon, flaxseed, and split pea. And the stems are made of teeny tiny mung beads. They are glued on with tweezers. We've seen the volunteers do this one at a time. It's quite spectacular. We love our libraries. We really value what they do. Alhambra's pride for their Civic Center library brought this parade entry to life, celebrating the power of literacy and community engagement that libraries offer.
On an average, 44,000 patrons visit each month. Beautiful, beautiful float. All right, from Altadena, California comes the Los Alamos Manuelos Charro team. A charro, if you don't know, is a traditional famous Mexican horseman from the western region of Mexico. Each rider brings their own horse into this group, and some bring American quarter horses. There's Andalusians, Aztecas, Frisians are there. The Los Alamos Manuelos were founded in 1995. They wanted to keep the Mexican heritage and traditions alive to school children all over the state of California. And the team promotes respect as a key to success and making a difference in the community. Beautiful horses, beautiful.
You know, there's an elite squad of people that come after the horses.
Yeah?
They are the pooper scoopers.
They are the pooper scoopers. They have to follow.
So many volunteers. But they make this, as everything with the Rose Parade, a community of friendship and tradition, and it carries on as we see these very handsome riders.
And I will say, and talented, because trying to rope, which I've done before, just is a helpless cause for me. Mike,
Micah?
can you?
That is great. Talking a little bit about the judging in all of this. It's a 3-judge panel the tournament puts together. They're made up of civic and floral industry leaders. They hand out 24 awards. I don't frankly know how they differentiate winners from all the rest, because in my book, they're all winners. 24 categories, among them the Americana Trophy, which is what we are looking at now, the winner of that trophy for most outstanding depiction of natural treasures and traditions. Farmers Insurance for 90 years. Farmers Insurance has been in the business of serving people, and today they are honoring hometown heroes, celebrating the passion of and bravery of all first responders. It's a parade within a parade of sorts, dedicated to local heroes. The vintage Command Chief vehicle, adorned in red carnations, blue irises, and double stock, is followed by a classic red fire truck constructed of silver leaf and Christmas mums. A colorful parade path of Cattleya orchids and multicolored roses keep these vehicles and the hometown heroes afloat. Again, thank you to all the men and women who courageously serve their communities every single day of the year, and congratulations to Farmers Insurance.
Well, I will say Americans love their backyards, and they put a lot of TLC into making them look beautiful. Look who is hanging out in this beautiful backyard, Milklegrove's backyard.
Hi,
Ty
Ty.
Pennington. There's Ty Pennington with 150 years and growing. There's bees of velvety black niger seeds and yellow strawflower petals. Drink from a garden of oversized bearded irises. Liatris, hydrangea, narcissus, forsythia create a kaleidoscope of colors among lush lawns. The garden arbor is laced with delicate fuchsias, crushed coconut chips, and curly ferns and green manzanita leaves.
They are so lovely. They go by so fast. If you are local, be sure to check out the Miracle Grow Showcase of Floats. It's on Sierra Madre and Washington Boulevards. You can get an up-close look at these incredible creations. It happens all day today and tomorrow from 9 to 5.
Pasadena has a lot more to be proud of than just this amazing parade, which should be enough. But nope, they've also tossed in this Pasadena City College Herald trumpets. They're a hometown treasure made up of 9 trumpeters and 1 snare drum, and they are directed by Kevin Brown. This elite group has marched and played for 38 consecutive years here at the Rose Parade, and as always, this popular ensemble ushers in the Royal Court.
And here we are introducing our 100th Rose Queen. She is Isabella Marie Marez. and all of her beautiful royal court, Princesses Alexandra Artura, Savannah Bradley, Lauren Bruner, Georgia Cervenka, Sydney Pickering, Julianne Lowenstein. They have been very busy. This last few months alone, they've had nearly 100 community service events. And ladies, nice job.
We here at KTLA love the Queen and a roll.
And the winners of the Past President Trophy, most outstanding innovation in the use of floral and non-floral materials. Cal Poly Universities, their students, you'll see them across the street there and hear them roar as their winner comes by. They've joined their engineering teams, both Cal Poly San Luis Obispo and Cal Poly Pomona, to design, build, and decorate this mechanical wonder together. We're watching their dreams take flight. All of the movement on the float, including Paula Koala's tea leaf, status, and straw flower plane, was designed and engineered by the students themselves. Cal Poly's learn by doing motto and the skill and cooperation it takes to achieve such a fluid, harmonious presentation is well worth it. Look behind, you see them. That's all the Cal Poly group there. So many of them worked through the night tirelessly, and it paid off. The Past President's Trophy going to Cal Poly University. Dreams take flight. Look, Mom, I'm employable, say the kids.
Fantastic. Well, you are looking at a band that solely exists for the love of music and to share it with the world. From the Hunter region of New South Wales, Australia, we are welcoming the Marching Koalas. The story of this band's beginnings is really, really wonderful. The founders of the Koalas were inspired to begin by the Apache marching band from here in California when that band, the Apache band, was on tour in Australia. This decades-long sister city relationship has carried on and on and on. In fact, this week, all of the Marching Koala students and their chaperones have been housed by Arcadia High School families. So big special thank you to the directors, John Gill and Candace Bergen Brown. Happy 35th anniversary.
If you're visiting Southern California, this really is a must-see. Miles outside of Los Angeles in the hillside of Hemet, Ramona, America's longest continuously running drama, can be found. It's an outdoor play. It's based on a novel by Helen Hunt Jackson, which is a fictional retelling of true stories of the California Indians in the 1800s. For 95 years, hundreds of actors and dancers and musicians and cowboys and horses have come together to put on this compelling drama.
We love our friends at the Tournament of Roses, so please remember you can show your love as well on Twitter and other social media. Use the hashtag Rose Parade. Share your special moments with us.
I'm going to show my love on social media today for Emmy Powers.
Yes, are you?
Cal Poly, one of the princesses last year. Emmy is one of our production assistants this year, an amazing young woman who has done such incredible work to make this happen for us. So Emmy, really nice job. Your parents did something incredibly well.
She's been so helpful. I don't know what I would do without her.
Well, we have the best team. We really do.
We do.
Sitting to my left, if you ever see us up here in the booth, is Jenny O'Hagan. And Jenny is a producer extraordinaire who has had the reins here just as they have those horse reins. She keeps everything going and flowing and has done for years.
She keeps a tight ship, if you...
Ginny O'Cornichuk.
All right. Wonderful. Just the day today alone. I know half the country is completely snowed in and cold and cold and cold, but this will thaw you out. We have a winner, Isabella Coleman Trophy winner for most outstanding presentation of color and color harmony through floral design. For a century, City of Hope has been transforming the future of health by making a difference in the lives of millions of people around the world. And this morning, Transforming Lives with Hope celebrates survivors who are paying it forward. The iconic wishing tree welcoming entry for every patient's journey to recovery at City of Hope is made of ground parsley and lentil and yellow and red straw flower. Butterflies represent the miraculous healing taking place throughout the organization.
Those notes are so meaningful to our theme, Mark. They're notes of healing and hope, and on the float are some of the remarkable patients and doctors, the researchers and nurses who offer hope and inspiration to others in need. And there on the float, there you see him, Kike Hernandez, who really wowed the crowd this year. 3 homers, including a grand slam against the Cubs.
One of the nicest guys. Also on that float, Daniel Bliley. He lost his mom to leukemia when he was just 8 years old, but when he turned 18, he started donating blood and platelets to cancer patients in need of transfusions. He's been doing that now for 15 years. He's nearing his 200th donation. Wonderful. That is commitment. All right. Here they are, the Oklahoma Sooners. This will be the university's second trip to the Rose Bowl game. Their first was in 2003, and they were victorious over Washington State. Well, first coach Lincoln Riley certainly led the Sooners to a very impressive 12-win, 1-loss season. It's really former head coach Bob Stoops who deserves a lot of props for paving the way to Pasadena today, where his 18 years of work and commitment to the team. And of course, they've got a wonderful quarterback, Baker Mayfield. He is this year's Heisman Trophy winner. What an emotional, exciting player to watch. Cannot wait to see that game. Go Sooners.
Pom-poms high. The pride of Oklahoma, been supporting Sooner spirit for over a century. Today, the marching band is directed by Michael Hancock. Major of this band is Julie Siebert. She is the first female drum major of the Oklahoma Pride. Nice work. She's also a 4th-generation Oklahoma music major. A lot of strong musical genes in that family.
The Pride includes members who are studying in 70 different majors across the campus there, which means, if you think about it, 75% of the musicians that are marching down there right now are actually majoring in some other field other than music. Wonderful. This band has got what it takes to get that Rose Bowl pumped up later on today. 320 members strong.
Excited for the game. What is better than summer camp? Every child deserves a chance to live life to the fullest. Northwestern Mutual celebrates their childhood cancer program with letting kids be kids, their unforgettable summer experience for brave youth battling cancer. At Camp for a Cure, golden floral trees of Macara orchids, and aspen bark surround an adventurous, activity-filled fantasy. Cobra leaves cover racing canoes ready for campers vested up in dry marigold petals. In their eyes, look how lifelike their eyes look, shimmering linaria petals. Make them come to life. And there on the cabin, warm tones of redwood bark, walnut shell, and black onion seed. Adorn that cabin with a smoke puffing chimney. Really cute. We actually had a contest winner to find amazing people out there who are making a difference, and we had so many incredible stories, but here's the winner. Look at this family. Adrina Alvarez rose to the top. She is a cancer survivor and now is making care packages, Mark, for all kinds of other kids who are fighting cancer all over the world, thanks to you and your family.
Fantastic. Later today, another New Year's tradition will play out, the 104th Rose Bowl game presented by Northwestern Mutual.
Georgia versus Oklahoma. Let me run down the 2018 Hall of Fame inductees. They are Mack Brown, former American college football coach who led the Texas Longhorns to victory. Cade McNown, UCLA Bruins superstar quarterback. And Charles Woodson, the Heisman Trophy two-way offense-defense player who had an incredible 17-year stretch in the NFL with Oakland and Green Bay.
Posthumously, Dr. Charles West, first African-American quarterback to play in a Rose Bowl game back in 1922. The game ended 0-0. How about that? Okay, led by Sheriff Jim McDowell and 17 of his deputies, the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department Mounted Enforcement Detail is before us now. This unit has proudly patrolled LA County parks and trails, dating way back to 1850. Each deputy owns and trains his own horse and considers it part of the family.
Sure.
The partners develop a trust that's so helpful, especially when they're in public situations, sometimes stressful situations. These officer teams are revered in their communities for the tradition, for the safety they have maintained for oh so very long. In fact, children are encouraged to come up and say hello. I think that's so important as a parent, raising children to get them familiar with these peace officers at an early age. And we're so honored to have them here today.
Thank you, LA County Sheriff's Department. And here we go. How about them dogs?
Yeah, there they are.
University of Georgia Bulldogs, the last and only time they played in the Rose Bowl was back in 1943. They are back today. Head coach Kirby Smart brings this 12-win and 1-loss powerhouse to the granddaddy of them all. UGA's got all the right stuff, they're saying, for a big win here today. Freshman of the year, quarterback Jake Fromm helped lead the team to their first SEC championship since 2005. Right tackle Andrew Thomas, running back Dondre Swift, and right guard Solomon Kindley are the guys to keep your eyes on in the game today. Good luck, Bulldogs.
Keep in your seats. The Redcoats are coming. The Redcoats are coming. The University of Georgia Marching Band is directed by Dr. Michael Robinson. Includes one of America's elite twirling programs. The UGA Majorettes are 20-time national champions, recently winning the Open Collegiate Halftime Show Twirl Championship and the WOW Award for Best Collegiate Majorette Choreography.
400 members strong in this band, and as the story goes, the Redcoats were named to distinguish themselves from their crosstown rival, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. So great to have you with us. University of Georgia Redcoats. Welcome to California.
As a reminder, it all happens. The 104th Rose Bowl game presented by Northwestern Mutual kicks off 2 o'clock Pacific on ESPN.
Excited.
Yes, the Sooners against the University of Georgia Bulldogs. Look at that shot. What a beautiful stadium. It'll be packed later on today.
Sure will.
No doubt. And it's number 2 against number 3. It's going to be a fantastic game. And exciting with a Heisman Trophy winner.
Our friends at Rotary have a winner in the Princess Trophy Most Outstanding Floral Presentation among entries 35 feet and under in length. This hopeful bunny is planting the seeds of service so we can all harvest the rewards of success. That's the theme of Rotary's whimsical float and their vision for making a difference. Our long-eared friend sports a braided hat of buck leaves and a plaid shirt made of blueberries, cranberries, and mums. The green lycopodium and the rising carrot tops is, as my kids would say, super interesting, Dad. In powder form, it is often used to create flashes or flames for special effects because it's a manageable, flammable substance. There are all kinds of other scientific uses as well. As the kids would say, you gotta Google it, Dad, Google it. And so I will, and I did. Keep an eye out, if you will, for the sapling on the back of that float. It's one of Hiroshima A-bomb's survivor trees. When finished here, it will be planted in the Rotary International Peace Garden. As we've come to know, Rotarians across the globe have been enriching the lives of others for nearly 115 years. And to the mayor of Pasadena, we say Happy New Year. There's so much to look at and take in. Sometimes we miss the history on display with these vintage vehicles. This is a 1924 Model TT Jitney bus. It was hired to move people during public transport strikes in the early 1900s. Inside, you see Terry Tornek, the mayor of Pasadena, and his wife of nearly 50 years, Maria, along with their friends and family, all smiling with pride. Excellent Rose Parade fact. The reason those trucks are called jitneys is because in their heyday, the fare to ride was 5 cents, and nickels were called, you guessed it, jitneys. Say hello to the mayor, and we move on to another winner, the Tournament Volunteer Trophy. Most outstanding floral presentation of the Rose Parade theme among floats 35 feet and under in length. Shriners Hospital, the winner, caring for kids around the world, is Commander Fezzi's ultimate mission. Shriners Hospital for Children has grown into one of the largest and finest pediatric specialty healthcare systems in the world, with 100 years of service. The Shriners' lovable mascot, adorned in corn silk, black beans, and cordon puffs, doesn't want to miss a thing. The marvelous spinning planet, made with walnut shell, light and dark blue status, and ground parsley, highlights Shriners' healing pediatric touch in more than 150 countries around the world. And riding along with Commander Fezzi is his trusted space crew of patients and staff committed to their well-being and comfort. A winner mark and worthy the tournament volunteer trophy.
Recently, the city of Pasadena welcomed a brand new state-of-art Shriners medical facility providing specialized care for children and orthopedic conditions, burns, and cleft palate, and all that. But it's a wonderful, wonderful. We have another winner.
Micah.
All right, this is the Extraordinaire Trophy. It is the most extraordinary float. The UPS store is a winner here. Books bring dreams to life. Isn't that the truth? A very vibrant and friendly looking sea monster is swimming down Colorado Boulevard with Books Bring Dreams to Life. That's a wonderful theme. Any time of year, the UPS store is saluting the Toys for Tots literacy program and the importance of reading. Her scaly complexion is a mosaic of green and yellow button chrysanthemums and carnations intermingled with grapefruits, oranges, lemons, and limes. Hydrangeas, specially imported from Chile, provide bright blue accents to the crashing ocean sprays and peeled onion bubbles. Readers swept up in a world of imagination set sail on books speckled with chrysanthemums, carnations, and citrus. And that sea monster, look at that monster, wiggling ears, shifting eyes, swaying body, and swishing tail, all powered by a hydraulic unit custom built just for her. Love it, guys.
Beautiful. 3 industrial bubble machines on board as well.
It's always a pleasure to see the Valley Hunt Club. Honestly, if it were not for these early residents of Pasadena, we wouldn't even have a Rose Parade presented by Honda. Because in 1890, what they did was they gathered up their neighbors and all the local businesses, and they said, let's decorate some horse-drawn carriages and put fresh flowers on there and just show off the city and all this enviable Southern California weather. And 129 years later, we have this tradition. Today, the Leidendeckers, their horses and carriage are representing such a nice piece of history.
They're beautiful, just beautiful. Doors to Los Angeles with Aretha Franklin's Lady's Soul on full display. This float is a celebration of so many things, so many athletes, and so many performers through the years. Angelina's considered this uniquely designed venue, made of white mums and fine ground rice and red carnations, to be one of the city's most iconic structures. And legends, like I said, have rocked the walls, and many championships have been won there. And
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Earth, Wind, and Fire is rising to the top.
I love them so much. They've got the crowd on their feet. They first played at this venue in 1976. Of course, it was on September 3rd, and they played September. They played Boogie Wonderland, Let's Groove, so many hits, 17 Grammy nominations, and 6 wins. And here's what I think is so great. They're about to debut a Las Vegas residency. They sound great.
Let's listen.
Way to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Forum, and their first time in the parade.
They played in the Forum, now they're playing on the
Forum. Talk about raise the roof.
Micah, we got another winner.
Oh, and we all know the words, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Yeah. Super. The Bob Hope Humor Trophy. Of the 24 awards handed out, we have the most fun with this one. It's the most whimsical, the most amusing, and local flavor. La Cañada Flint Ridge, right next door to Pasadena. The winners, and it's a theme involving pandas. It looks like 3 sneaky pandas are having fun creating, wait for it, pandemonium deep in the Sichuan forest. No longer considered endangered are the pandas. La Cañada Flint Ridge celebrates humanity and the collaboration of all nations coming together to help save the giant panda. The white fur on the pandas was achieved using white mums, but the black fur was a bit of a challenge. So the designers went with what's known as fat choy. It's a natural black fungus that is commonly used in Asian soups. A lot of detail in that cute little turtle too. Look at that. He gets his green from Kermit mums, and his shell is textured with black and white beans, orange cauliflower, and walnuts. Congratulations, La Cañada.
And here comes our very own, the Pasadena City College Tournament of Roses Honor Band. Today, Jack Taylor directs these musicians following in the footsteps of 89 years of PCC marchers. Look crisp in our beautiful California sun. This band includes the PCC players, along with a select number of Southern California high school students. Trombone player Natalie DeMundo from Santa Monica High School has been pretty busy this season, all things considered, because she also won a spot in the All-American Band in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. So there's two iconic appearances one year.
That's right. And keeping with the Rose Parade and making the different themes, the band's program includes fan favorites with a little help from my friends by the Beatles and Everything's Coming Up Roses.
You did not. I love it.
I had to. Come on, I'm swept up. I'm swept up in all of the floral pageantry here today. Oh, we got another winner coming around the corner here in just a minute, Micah.
Mark, you said in the meetings leading up to this parade you were going to sing, and you're a man of your word. Hats off to you, my friend. I was wondering whether you'd come through with that. The Queen's Trophy coming around the corner, the most outstanding presentation of roses. The Downey Rose Float Association reminds us of the importance of working together around the world for humankind. Riding front and center, there she is, Miss Downey, Judy Ledesma, and her royal court. Two giant peace doves flank the stunning handcrafted rotating globe. Downey volunteers used about 10,000 roses for this float, in addition to daisies, orchids, and dry materials such as bark, sweet rice, and tea leaves. Volunteers from all over the world show up to help decorate these float masterpieces, and it just goes to show that working together is success. They used the roses well, best of all, according to the judges. The Queen's Trophy winners from the city of Downey, congratulations.
Those are not accents, those are seat belts, basically to keep the princesses secure on that float.
Yeah.
And a nice win for them, very nice win. Utah's Westlake High School Marching Thunder. Most of the members of this band are wearing colored wristbands today. They're worn to honor and remember those who have passed and to show support for those band members who have lost loved ones. They consider themselves a true family band led with love by Breck Mangelson. We've talked about the time and the dedication and honestly the money it takes to get these students here to perform. The Marching Thunder held some car wash fundraisers to make that happen. And our very own Tournament of Roses president, Lance Tibbett, and his wife got in on that action. So that was really nice.
They do so much just to raise money to be here, to spend time here. You know, in 2009, Westlake High School opened its doors. Only 4 students joined the band. Today, proudly boast 168 talented musicians making a difference in each other's lives every single day. All right, here we go. This is the main attraction. The main attraction.
I got it.
Did you get it? Okay. This is the equestrian drill team led by Gina LaRocque. These women live, I'm glad you get my humor. I'm glad you do.
I love your humor, Marky.
Because I don't want to have to go back to singing. These women live for the exhilaration of riding and performing precision drills. They also love their time with the nonprofit No Drama Ranch, where they teach children and adults with disabilities how to ride horses.
We would love for you to show the Tournament of Roses your appreciation for this stunning parade. So check in on Twitter, Instagram, any of your social media platforms. Just use the hashtag Tournament of Roses. I'm Lisa Gibbons along with Mark Steinis. Mark, it's the 129th Rose Parade.
That's right. They are beautiful. The horses are embellished with banners, handmade and cared for by Debbie Clark and her students at Riverside County Office of Education Skills. Beautiful, beautiful horses.
American paint, Arabian horses, also some Pasofinos there, which are known for their fast gait. You know this. You're the equestrian in the group here.
That's right.
And the singer.
And Micah, we've got another winner coming toward you.
You got it. The Leishman Public Spirit Trophy for the most outstanding floral presentation from a non-commercial participant. The United Sikh Mission is serving kindness, and I would argue they make as big a difference as anyone we can talk about. It's lunchtime at the Golden Temple in Amritsar, India, and of the nearly 100,000 people who eat here on any given day, not a single one of them will pay for their meal. You see the pictures of what it looks like in real life and the remarkable similarities in the depiction on that float. Serving kindness is just one of many noble Sikh beliefs. Gold and white marble dome roofs of ground coconut and poppy seeds set the scene for this. It is the world's largest community kitchen. Super-sized cauldrons used to feed the masses are sculpted in coffee and clover and embroidered umbrellas of ground rice, kidney beans, and orange lentils, providing shade for volunteers preparing lunch. A friendly people, and boy, what a difference do they make. The food never runs out, and no one is ever turned away. What a truly incredible tradition and gift of service, guys. Making a difference, that's what it's about.
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful.
Great
also
example.
beautiful is this.
Ta-ta-da.
This is the Sweepstakes Trophy. This is just the second year the trophy has been presented. It's been presented as an award before, but the winner gets to keep this.
Yeah,
Right.
it's kind of like Stanley Cup or something, so that's really nice. It's gorgeous, and it's quite substantive. Congratulations.
And it goes to the most beautiful, encompassing float design, floral presentation, and entertainment. Arguably the most floral float in the parade, just dripping with 250 flower blossoms, 8 waterfalls. The Chinese legend of the Dragon Gate reminds us that even though our journeys can be difficult, rising